Milí přátelé a kamarádi, pokud kamery jedou, nejedou, takže nejedou, ale i tak vás zdravím, já s to budu trénovat. Milí přátelé a kamarádi, ahoj. Ještě furt to nejede? Kolik? Všichni jsou ready. Jo? Jste už tak tiší jako myšky, ale ještě trošičku si stište telefony, přátelé. Ahoj, přátelé, vítám vás všechny na další pokračování Hookah Talk Show. Jsem strašně rád, že jste tady dorazili, vidím tady spoustu známých tváří i několik nových a zrovna dneska jste dorazili na pořádnou porci německého dýmkaření, protože všecko je dneska větší, máme větší světla, víc stolů a tak, jak jste si všimli, i více hostů. Dneska za námi zavítali kamarádi z Německa, a to konkrétně Moritz Otten, což je tvůrce dýmek Moze a zároveň i tvůrce dýmek Kvssel. Zatleskejte mu, prosím. Výborně. Pak tady máme vlastně duo, ale zároveň dva velice činné jedince sami o sobě. Další pán na holení, tady ten v tom zeleném, je Yannick Palm, konkrétně s přezdívkou Kvssel. Píše se to Kvssel, ale oni prostě Včko považují za Ačko, mají to prostě trošku divně v tom Německu. A zrovna Yannick je náš asi největší influencer v Německu, má nějakých přes 170 000 followerů všude možně, dělá hlavně Instagram a dělá to 6 let a dělá to skvěle. No a pak tady máme Ajloschu Zemelku, což je zase chlapec pod přezdívkou Hookaze. Tohle chlapce znám už mnoho let, dokonce dlí i v mé knize. Byl to první kluk, kterého jsem se snažil chaseovat, když jsem byl mladý dýmkařský tvůrce a chtěl jsem nějaké kamarády, kteří těch followerů mají trošku víc než já. A Ajloscha byl na mě vždycky milý a pomáhal mi i v mé tvorbě. Nemá sice tolik followerů jako Yannick, ale zase má cool brejle. Jo, takže nějaké ty přidané kvality tam jsou. Každopádně oba dva jsou takový vizuální tvůrci. Spíš než by psali blogy nebo dělali podcasty, oni fotí a natáčí. A fotí a natáčí skvěle. A jejich vlastně spojené síly, Ajloši a Yannicka, jsou vlastně dneska nejsledovanější dýmkařští tvůrci v Německu. A před rokem spolu začali dělat také YouTube kanál Ajloscha a Yannick, kde dělají snad všecko možné, co by správný dýmkařský youtuber měl dělat, ale dělají to spolu svýma společnýma silama. A zároveň taky před rokem a něco spustili svůj vlastní projekt Kvssel a tyhle dýmky můžete vidět zde. Dýmky Grid, ze kterých si potom budete moci i zakouřit. A zkrátka na to, kolik jim je, jsou mladší než já, dělají toho překvapivě mnoho a dělají to skvěle. Taky bych chtěl velice poděkovat nejenom, že jste přišli, ale že si to tady můžeme dneska všecko užít. Děkuju Šanty, že tady můžeme dneska natáčet, za skvělý tenhle kameramanský tým, sponzorovi Kokoloko, za to, že máme co si dát do toho HMSK a taky českému tabáku Teo, že tam máme co nabít. Děkujeme, Ali. A samozřejmě Kaviáru za to, že to tady všecko můžeme pořádat a máme nějaké skvělé zázemí. Takže nyní přepnu do angličtiny, užijte si naši, ať už krátkou nebo dlouhou diskuzi, vidíme, jak se kluci rozkecají. A vydržte to chviličku bez dýmek, potom jich bude spousta a spousta. So guys, now it's time to switch into English. I presented you to our audience and just to do it quick in English. This handsome guy is Moritz Otten, the author of Moze Hookaze. I had to train the pronunciation because they had some kind of troubles with pronunciation in Germany. Everybody calls it Moze, and now it's Moze. It's the proper word. Then we have Yannick Palm Kvssel, which is one of the greatest visual storytellers about hookahs in German market. And then we have Ajloscha. He is like his brother, his best friend, half brother maybe. And they do the same, but not the same way. They produce great photos and videos, and all of them have their different styles unique style. It's not just about hookahs. They are really into fashion and modern design. And these two things with hookahs, they merged into Case Grit. It's their first model of their hookahs, and they produce also accessories. And that's the thing we will talk about today. Not only about their products, but about their journeys and about their approach to various hookah things you can imagine. So it's time to begin and time for me to sit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice introduction.
I won't be easy on you, so no clapping will help.
Okay, sorry.
No problem. Guys, I called you German hookah trio. And of course, welcome to Prague. And you're not here for the first time. So my first question is, how do you enjoy our Czech hookah scene, especially here in Prague?
Do I start?
Yes, of course.
I think for the German people, especially for us, it's very nice to come here because the setups are great, the lounges are great. We've been to Russia, and Russia's are also very, very good lounges and setups. And in Germany, we have like 1, 2, 3 places that are really good. But in Czech, for example, in Prague, you have like many lounges that are very good. You can also have food, which is in Germany forbidden. And yeah, the scene is very nice. The setups are great. The tobacco is great. The hookah masters are great. In Germany, we don't have hookah masters.
You have hookah girl masters, or what do
it's
you have?
just hookah random. Hookah randoms.
Hookah random guys.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can basically
So
go there and start.
You can better smoke at home in Germany.
Yeah, so the experience in Prague is very good every time. So I really enjoyed being here for the 4th time for me
Fourth
this
time,
year.
nice.
First time
Ajloscha,
this year. Yes.
Is here in Czech Republic something you don't like in case of hookahs?
No, to be honest, no. The whole experience of hookah in Czech Republic and Prague is great, for real. Everything's great, the setups are great, the lounges are great, especially the Kaviar lounge is great, so everything's great here. Also, the city is a beautiful city.
Moritz, and do you like the city better than our lounges, or it's vice versa?
The city of Prague. I didn't see much of the city because last time we were
Drinking all the time.
No, but we were in like 4 lounges in 2 days, and yesterday we just arrived in the evening, and today we were in another lounge, and now we're here. So I didn't see much of Prague, but I will come back to.
Okay, you
see
have
the city.
to get some time for sightseeing, right? Not just hookahs. Enjoy the city.
I already did back in the days. I think it was 8 years ago. I did some sightseeing here, and it's a beautiful
Yeah,
city.
the subway were already here, so no problem. Okay, I introduced you to our Czech audience. Right now, please do it by yourselves, starting with Moritz. Please, Moritz, just briefly tell our audience something about you.
Yeah, I'm Moritz. I'm 24 years old, and I started Moze in 2019, and since then I'm a hookah producer, and I try my best to make the best products for the German market and also for other countries in Europe, and we also have customers in Hong Kong, USA, Australia and Canada, for example.
Great, it was as short as a reel.
Should I do
Yannick?
it longer? No. So I'm Yannick, I'm from Germany, of course. I'm 25 years old, I'm from Kassel, as my name says. It's basically the city, so Kassel, I'm from Kassel.
Yeah, that's why
But the name was already taken, so I had to change it up a bit. I smoke hookah since my 17th, or since 8 years ago. I'm 25 now, so back in 2018, I think I started the blog on Instagram.
Let me stop you. What is Shisha Squad Castle?
Okay, let me try to explain it. Back in the day,
I think it was his first account. So
yeah,
far.
it's the same account,
It's the
but I
same.
changed the name 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I don't really remember.
I think 3.
3 years ago. Back in the day, I started posting my pictures on my personal account. And some guy saw my pictures and said, those pictures are really great. And he was Shisha Squad Gelsenkirchen.
Germany.
Shisha Squad Germany.
It was the first account of Shisha Squad.
Yes, the first.
Franchise.
Yes, there was a franchise of style.
Kind of.
Yes.
McDonald's.
Kind of McDonald's.
Yeah, and he asked me if I want to start with Shisha Squad Kvssel because we were about to start like new cities like Shisha Squad Frankfurt and other cities. So I said yes, why not? I started the blog and I stopped posting on my personal account and started posting on this account. So I started a bit earlier than my blog, but that was the first like start with Shisha Squad Kvssel. And over the years, everybody stopped posting. I was the only one with Shisha Squad Kvssel posting.
The owner of the franchise.
Yeah, everybody stopped. Every city stopped, I would say. And for me, the name was a bit too long, so I want something short, and that's how Kvssel got up.
Great. Okay, and the last one,
Yes.
Alyosha.
My name is Alyosha. I'm 27 years old. Fucking old right now, to be honest.
Hey,
yeah.
we are the same age.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry. You're the younger one. I'm smoking shisha since my 18th birthday, I think. And I've started my account in 2015 or 2016, I think.
I started in 2016 as well.
2016 or 2015? I'm not quite sure, to be
I
honest.
started in 2016.
You, to be precise, you both started in 2016. I did my research.
It's a long time ago, so...
For a 27-year guy, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a similar story as Yannick's story. I just started with some pictures on my personal Instagram, on private account, and yeah, I think the whole hookah branch is like a very aesthetic branch to keep to do shots and videos about it. And yeah, then a friend came to me and said, why don't you start a hookah blog with it? And yes, that was the start of Hookaze, and yeah.
And the bonus questions. How did you three meet each other?
Well,
So I can tell the story with him. The guy I knew in Gelsenkirchen who started the whole thing, I went to him when I had 1,000 followers. It was like the day I was hitting 1,000 followers, I was meeting up with him. We met at Shisha Squad Germany's home, and he and a friend came over. And we actually like met earlier because we traded some tobacco in Facebook groups. You
Back
know,
in the days, like 2015 or 2014, something.
You
Yeah.
sell or made something?
No, you don't want to like buy 200 grams because it's expensive and stuff. So if you have like 10 flavors, you can say, okay, we're gonna trade 20 grams of each flavor. Here's a picture of my collection of tobacco. And he chose 10 and I chose 10.
Yeah, young and modern smugglers.
Yeah, and then you just send it over.
Smart.
So we traded tobacco shots, and that's basically the first connection. And the first real-life connection was at home in Gelsenkirchen, Shisha Squad Germany, with a friend of him. And yeah, since then we met like every 3 months
Couple
or
of
something.
months,
Yeah.
then I started the brand in 2019 to promote the new brand. I met Alyosha, and the first hookah I made was co-branded with his blog name, Hookaze. And
What's the name of the hookah? Moze One,
Moze
right?
One. And
Do you
it
know the
had
Moze
the Moze branding.
The
and-
stainless steel one.
Yes,
with
With
polymer.
three hoses,
Three hose
hose ports.
and it was branded with Moze and Hookaze. And then Alyosha introduced me to Yannick, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the Shisha, was it Intertabak Dortmund?
Intertabak.
Not
We
quite
met
sure.
for the first time in Intertabak Dortmund.
Yes.
So best friends since 2019, maybe.
Maybe.
Was it earlier? It was end of 2018, I guess.
2018. I
Yeah,
think,
end of 2018.
2018.
Guys,
but
that's your thing. That's
Yeah, okay.
it was December.
Yes.
okay.
September.
Let's go back to the very beginning.
Yes.
Please, all you three, describe me your first ever hookah experience.
I think it was with some friends in yeah their rooms, and we started with Selbstzünder,
Quick
Self-burning.
quick light charcoals, as everybody
The
starts.
best
I think.
option for every beginner.
Yes.
We know it
I
right in
think so.
Czech Republic.
I think so. With a regular hookah from kiosk.
Kiosk, yeah.
Kiosk.
Yeah,
I don't know the
We
German.
say trafika.
Trafika, yes.
Like the mini markets.
The mini market, and that was the beginning with Nachla, pomegranate or double apple, something
Strawberries,
like this.
mixed fruits, also very
Yes.
nice.
With foil, and nobody knew what he does, so it was like very, very beginner level. So that was the first time with some guys at their home.
When you were 10, 18, 15?
18. I started with 18, for real. The legal way.
The first one I've ever heard of.
Really?
Yeah. In Czech Republic, yes.
Okay.
I
What
was
about you, Moritz?
15 or 16.
That's early.
Also started with Nachla, I think it was ice apple, and also with a very basic
mixes.
hookah. Yes, but nothing special.
At
Did
home?
you prepare it by yourself or
Yes.
some...
Prepared by myself because I bought the hookah with a friend, and then we made everything by ourselves.
For me, the first time was with my brother. I can't tell you the age because it was very, very early. But there was
10.
I won't tell you the age. I'll tell you afterwards. But it was very early. But the real
brother.
start, no, very good brother. Looking back, very best brother ever. No, really. The first real start was with 17. I ordered Kaya PNX 460, 480 something.
Little one.
Yeah, normal clay bowl and some Adalia,
And Bacha.
Baja of course. Adalia, no, not Energy, Cola Dragon.
Yes,
Cola Dragon.
I know that one.
And Alvaha, I don't
Back in the
remember.
days, Dalia Cola was, Coke was great.
Yeah.
Ah, Cola, not
Sounds
Coke.
like great stuff.
Coke was not that good. No, and then for the experience itself, I was smoking by myself in my room. And it was really like, I took a few hits and then I fell into the bed because the nicotine was so crazy. I burned the charcoals in my room, windows just closed. Didn't really think about it. And it was really like...
So the best ever first drug experience with your family?
The hookah one, with 17 years old, was by myself.
How about your parents? Was it like a secret thing in your room, or was it like your parents already knew about the hookah stuff?
Yannick is stunned again. Okay, let's close the door.
No, it was like I ordered it, so it was okay for them.
Okay, when you actually started, what kind of tobacco or equipment did you prefer that days? And what do you prefer now? I know it could be a big difference, but try to remember and compare it with today's practice.
I think back in the days it was a lot of blonde leaf, so Virginia tobacco, and the brands were Alwaha, Nachla, Alfacha, the OG brands in Germany, I would say. And nowadays it's more dark leaf. Of course, it's more dark leaf, and nowadays it's like Blackburn, Dark Side, Must Have. Yeah, these are
And
my
Theo,
favorite
of
dark-
course.
And
Yes,
Theo,
and
of
Theo,
course, for sure. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was the same. It was like clay bowl with bacha, the classic setup, I would say. There was also like a better clay bowl, I would say. The
Sapphire.
classic, yes.
Not
No, not the light ones, the heavy ones. That were really nice. And then it switched over to the Kas Apo with the
Yeah,
reflex
KS
in
Apple. It fitted Bacha
Yes.
back in the days.
And then after that, it switched to the Zomo funnels. That was the first really contact with funnels. For me, it was like, I think the Kalaut Zamzaris one, the really first
You
one.
think that cooperation with Hookah John?
Yes.
Yeah.
80 feet 80.
That was the
Harmony.
first time, I think, in Germany when the funnel really started to be used. So
Back
that was
in?
the first.
Yeah, everything before a black.
Yes.
Yeah, 2018, I
When-
think.
when I
2018,
started
2019.
Roundabout.
Really?
Yes. When I started to
That was-
with Moze,
Oh, okay.
then
Yeah.
the funnel came.
Yes, then I think 2020 it went over to funnel with HND, and since then it was like the same setup. Sometimes like kind of these bowls was Grimsia UPG, but
So
also
you're a
funnel.
more like a funnel person than a classic one.
Yeah, I would say, but HND only. I really enjoy HND. Back in the day, 2018, I was smoking Tangiers with foil, and like
And you
from
didn't
the Bacha,
recover from it.
No, It was great. K-Mint was great. Back in the day, I still have pictures. If you scroll down to the first 5 pictures of my blog, I guess, it's 2000.
I scrolled down both of your blogs.
You would see a picture with changes
How long
under
did
the
it take
first 10.
to scroll down the whole feed?
A long time.
Do you know how many posts I got right now?
Yeah, it's written on your page, but...
Yeah. Take a guess now. Now you have to guess.
Okay, Moritz.
Guess from
Doesn't want to take a guess.
just a guess.
My guess, it's 1600.
Okay, it's 2100.
Ah, I was close.
Yeah.
Okay, Moritz, back in the days, and more especially right now, what do you prefer?
Back in the days, as I said, I started with
2 years
Nachla,
ago.
but then I moved on to Adalia and Al Jazeera. You know it?
Yeah, the television.
Not the television, but there was a brand. I think it's the same company that makes True Passion now. I smoked that a lot, and then I also started with dark leaf tobacco, and now it's mainly the usual brands like Darkside, Must Have, Blackburn,
And a
Teo.
bonus question for you. Which hookah do you like the most, except of Moze brand? It's also kind of a Moze impression. So.
Case, of course, but at home I have Mamai Customs Micro and the Mamai Customs Flow. I have Alpha Hookah Beat. I like that one too. And
Travel companion.
Sorry?
It's your travel companion. It's a really small hookah.
We have a better travel hookah, but we maybe come to that.
Okay.
Emotion is also a very nice brand.
Yeah. And yes,
Okay.
these are the...
Guys, moving aside of hookah a little bit, what are your interests and hobbies besides of the hookah?
Do I start?
Yes.
Okay. One of my hobbies is soccer or football. American football and also soccer. I'm a great fan of the soccer club Werder Bremen. I'm not quite sure if anybody knows Werder Bremen here. Werder Bremen?
It's in Ulaanbaatar or?
Ulaanbaatar? No. Okay, nobody
Where
knows.
is it based?
It's based in the north of Germany, near Hamburg.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a great fan of the soccer team. And also I'm a great fan of the Seattle Seahawks. It's an American football team. Same for you?
Yeah.
For you?
As I said, I was there.
In Seattle?
Yeah, in Seattle.
I forgot.
Yeah, you forgot almost everything.
Everything. Yeah, these two hobbies, of course, and yeah.
Is it combined with FIFA or NFL on
Yes.
PlayStation or Xbox?
Yes, it's combined with FIFA, NFL not that much, or Madden NFL not that much, but FIFA and of course also some video games like Call of Duty, FIFA,
Okay, guys,
Fortnite.
we have FIFA here. You can challenge Ajloscha after the show.
Of course you can. Looking forward to it. Yeah, that's basically it. So
So, a soccer man.
yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's basically I love traveling, see some other countries, also hookah in other countries. It's very interesting. Besides that, I love to play games on the PC, just gaming. I love to watch esports, Counter-Strike, for example. I really love to watch it. And besides that, I
You
go to
bet
the
on
gym.
it also?
No, I don't bet on it. Back in the day, you could bet on it with skins, but they changed it up. And gym, normal sports,
Yeah, I see.
just a little bit, but yeah.
And your common thing, as I was spotting several years, you have a special taste in fashion.
That's also you're right. Yeah.
You can call it a hobby. Yeah. It's more, okay, it's a hobby, I think, yes.
Yeah.
Sneakers and fashion and, yeah, streetwear brands in Germany growing very huge in the last years. And also sneaker stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically our life. It's not like really a hobby because like you follow it by the day, so it's like you could say
It's a
hobby.
lifestyle, not a
Yeah.
hobby.
It's part of the life.
Okay,
basically.
Moritz, please tell me something that's not millennial thing.
Yeah, I'm right now working pretty much like 12 to 15 hours a day, and
Workaholic.
Great hobby.
besides that, I mostly enjoy the time with my girlfriend and with my friends.
And before the Moze? No life?
I try to remember, but yeah, it was also
The basic stuff, meeting friends.
Yes, basic stuff.
Drinking alcohol.
Yes, more alcohol than now.
Okay, thank you so
very
much.
boring people, so they're not that crazy hobbies.
Bungee
So-
jumping.
In case you get bored, I have a little game for you, guys. I will tell you 2 words or phrases from the hookah world, and you will decide which one suits you the best. Shall we begin?
Of course.
Smoking at home or smoke at shisha bar?
In Germany at home,
Depends on the country,
yes.
for real.
It's about you. Your opinion.
It depends on the country. If it's like Czech Republic or Russia or parts of Spain, I would say I prefer smoking in a lounge. And if it's in Germany, yeah, I'm basically preferring smoking at home.
Shisha spot Hanau.
Yes, Jesus Cortano.
Yeah,
Yeah, in a studio at home. That's my way of smoking in Germany. There are some lounges in Germany like Wolke 7, Wolke 7 or Cloud 7 in English, and Jumeirah near my hometown. But there are not a lot of good lounges in Germany, so smoking at home in Germany.
Okay, Yannick Moritz, at home or at shisha bar?
At home.
Easy decision.
I thought that it was longer.
Yeah, it's difficult to say because in Russia I really prefer smoking lounges because the lounges are like top-notch level.
Because you don't have a home there.
And also
Yeah, that's
this-
right.
that point, yes, of course. 5 head.
Not yet.
5 head.
Okay, quiet or noisy hookah?
Noisy.
Noisy.
Of course, noisy. Easy thing.
The hardest thing here, Adidas or Nike?
Nike.
Adidas, okay.
Nike. Nike all the way.
Nike.
I think Adidas with Yeezy, combined with Yeezy, to be honest. I have a lot more Yeezy shoes than Nike shoes at home.
Okay, I said it was a tough one. Okay, classic bowl or funnel?
Funnel.
Funnel.
Fun.
Okay. Doha or frigate?
I didn't really try Ducha that much.
I just tried it once, so I think yours is frigate.
Yeah.
Frigate. Do you say frigate or frigate?
Frigate, frigate,
Okay.
Frigate.
frigate.
Frigate, frigate.
Frigate, I have every flavor, so we tried it on YouTube video and stuff, and that's for me the
So,
question.
frigate,
Frigate.
frigate,
Frigate.
frigate. Okay. Shisha messe or hookah club show?
Shisha Messe.
In Russia, it's Hookah Club Show. In Germany,
No.
Shisha Messe because we
Based
have a
on
booth
your
there.
I
experience.
have to say I've never been to a club show. I was at the John Cayano
That's true.
festival and I've never been to the club show.
So
I
it's
skipped
easy
this
for you.
one, so for me it's Shisha Messe.
I've met Moritz in St. Petersburg with Ajloscha and
Yes.
Hookah Box, and he wasn't there, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yes.
But you didn't answer.
for me, it's a tough one.
For me, it's Shisha Messe.
Okay,
Shisha
Shisha
Messe,
Messe.
of course, because we have a booth there, and in Russia we don't have it.
Of
So-
course, of course.
I think I have to say Shisha Messe because of the people we are meeting every year there.
Speaking
There-
your language.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Nah,
one part
yeah.
of the story, but not the whole part. It's like you can meet up with our community, and that's the main part for me on a German Shisha Messe. So I think I would take the German Shisha Messe.
Okay, Yannick will surprise or confirm.
I confirm.
Okay, so it's Shisha Messe then. 1 or 2 hour hookah session?
1.5.
1.5. It's really like 1.5.
45 minutes? Yeah.
Just for the real or?
Nah.
No, he's really smoking like random
I'm
flavor.
enjoying my session.
Like
or
an Arabic guy.
Yeah, kind of.
So, Met Pier or Dusha?
Mad Pier. I like the Mad Pier models more.
I have never owned a Mad Pier. The design is like really classic, but I love the freaky designs of Dusha. So it's really hard to say. I've never owned a Mad Pier yet. I know lots
So
of
it's
people.
Dusha then?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay.
In terms of the brand identity, I would take Dusha. In terms of the the hookah itself and smoking the hookah and the characteristics of the hookah, I would take Medper, I think.
Okay. Instagram or YouTube for the content these days?
For the long content, YouTube. And for pictures and reels, of course, Instagram.
For the pictures right now?
Yeah, it's a mix, I would say.
Personally, Instagram, because I'm the photo type person. I really like to enjoy good photography stuff, and it's difficult. I think Instagram because of the business behind it and our stuff.
So
that we do on Instagram.
your channel is non-profitable.
Nine. No, I won't. I don't want to say that it's non-profitable or not cool.
Just a gimmick.
Yeah, I know. But I think Instagram is my platform. Yeah.
Moritz?
From my brand perspective, I would say Instagram is more important for us right now because we just started YouTube like 4 weeks ago.
You are here
Instagram.
in the first video?
No, we made I think 2 or 3 videos on YouTube right now.
First
Okay.
one was with.
Was about Hookaze Kvssel here in Prague.
Oh yeah, your trip. Okay, I think that this one is easy for you, HMD or foil.
HMD.
But maybe some surprises?
HMD for sure.
Okay, Tangiers Noir or Barley?
Wow.
Noir.
Noir or Burkok. Burkok.
Birkok.
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 Biercock.
Okay, the whole black leaf bowl or mixed with blonde leaf?
For shootings.
Yeah, for shootings.
Yeah, for real. For shootings, it's a mixed bowl with Virginia leaf and dark leaf. And for my midnight bowl or the bowl after work, dark leaf bowl.
Yeah, it's the same for me, I would say.
I will stop here. Why do different content and behave some other way after the shooting? Why you can't show German crowd that you smoke the whole black leaf? It's in case that you have so much sponsors of blonde leaf tobacco, or why is that?
So if you're shooting stuff, for example, reels or pictures, you take like lots of hits, deep hits, because you want to show the smoke, you do rings, you do blow-offs and stuff. I once did a shooting with Tangiers and some mix with Must Have, and it was in the summer, it was really warm.
It was kind of shaky video.
It's really exhausting. It's really also shaky.
And no, I know.
So
that.
if you like do photos and stuff, it's like better to have a relaxed bowl with some dark leaf.
So if you will put out a shaked photo or reel, we know that you smoke Tangiers.
Yes. Yeah, I would say it's like
For
this.
you, Moritz?
Most of the time, whole bowl with dark leaf tobacco.
My man. Okay, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Cappuccino.
It's still coffee.
When I have to choose one of both, I will say tea because I don't drink.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee, and I drink
Me neither.
tea like 2
Iced tea.
times a year.
Iced tea is
Yeah,
also
iced
tea,
tea.
right?
What's your,
Yeah, Lipton,
what's your
great
favorite
tea.
food?
Pizza margarita.
Stop here
Okay,
because
sorry.
my next question is kebab or pretzel.
Okay, sorry. Kebab for me.
Kebab.
Pretzel.
Okay, it's getting interesting.
Do you
Okay,
eat kebab? No.
he said pretzel. Okay, packing with fingers or poker?
Poker and fork.
Same for me.
Same.
Okay, accessories, guys. And then, Czech or German hookah bars? I think that one is easy.
That's easy. Check.
Check, for sure. I'm not quite sure about the lounges. They're not in Prague. I'm not quite sure if there are lounges they are also good, like in Prague, but in Prague it's easy decision with Czech Republic.
Do you know that after we publish this, you won't have open doors in every German hookah bar, right?
It's no problem.
for
we
most
just need
of the
2
bars,
open
it's no
doors or
problem.
3 open doors. That's
The others are already closed fast, so it's easy for us.
Okay, so right now we move on to the pictures, smokes, and reach. because this part of interview is focused on you guys. It's not that Moritz won't have something to tell about it, but it's based on your work. So guys, my first question is, what was the idea behind your channels and the names? We previously heard something about Hookaze Kvssel, but nothing about Hookaze. So what was the idea behind the names and your channels?
It's an easy one for me. On Instagram it's Hookaze, and one part of the name is like hookah, a part of hookah, of the word hookah, and the last 3 words are like my surname. Surname is
Two.
3 A's. A-Z-E.
Ah,
so
yeah.
it's Ajloscha
no
for the
H.
A. Yes, Ajloscha for the A. Z for or Z-E for my surname. Surname is right one. Yeah.
Smart.
Last name,
Zemelka.
oder?
Last name, sorry, last name. So Ajloscha Zemelka. So it's Hookaze with Ajloscha and Zemelka combined. Hookah, Ajloscha Zemelka. That's it.
Okay, that's the name. And why did you start?
It's basically, yeah, you can.
Why did I start?
No. Yes, we have the name Hookaze. Yannick said something about his past, but you did not. Why would you started to publish hookah photos?
It was a similar story, to be honest. It was like hookah is for me an aesthetic branch or aesthetic topic to take shots or photography of it. And then I started, or I talked to some of my friends, and they told me, "Hey, your photography style is great. Why didn't you start a hookah blog?" And that was the beginning of my hookah blog.
Did you ever consider not hookahs, but for example fashion?
Back in the days, no, to be honest. I think in the last 2 or 3 years, we had several talks about combining the lifestyle or fashion stuff with hookah. And I think...
And that's the case.
Kind of, but also for our content on our blogs. Back in the days, we really thought seriously about to start like lifestyle content separated to the hookah content. And I think then we started to do it like combined. So on our pictures you can see some lifestyle and fashion and sneaker stuff, and also the hookah. And that was our way to start with lifestyle combined to sneaker stuff.
Okay. Who or what inspired you two? Because we look up to somebody, to something, and we have to inspire in making our content. And it's not like just we have the one really original idea and nobody has it. So who inspired you?
For hookah content, especially
For
pictures.
what you are doing, it doesn't have to be just the pure content, but the way of making the content or the aesthetics or something like that.
I think there's no real inspiration for me for pictures. I think we just established it back then to make pictures also with us on the picture, because back then the pictures were just the hookahs, just from this angle. And then we
YouTube
said,
videos.
yes.
That was the other part, just hookah or YouTube videos. And then we started to do what you already said.
And then we took pictures with us on it. And since then we're just doing like, I would say a mix of both, but most of the times you see me on the picture. On the reels, it's not possible because I'm filming the reels, of course, but I think there's no real inspiration.
It was the whole kind of Instagram thing, I would say, back in the days. There were a lot of photography blogs or like product photography things, like in the tech bubble. There were a lot of people in Germany who shooted like iPhones and technical stuff. And that was maybe a kind of inspiration for me to start like, shooting some kind of content with any products.
Okay.
And then combined with my hobby hookah, it was like shooting hookah stuff.
I consider you as a visual storyteller. But have you ever imagined to make blog site or shoot podcasts and different stuff?
Yes, we started YouTube back then. That was also like a thing new to start. Then we started live streams. Podcast is also a topic we discussed about many times, but the time is like...
You don't have time for it.
Yeah.
It's too much at these days to combine.
Yeah, with Case, there was also a project we were starting. and the case takes also lots of time. So everything together, it's like really packed in terms of content and doing stuff. So I also want to have a few hours, just free time. But yeah.
I can imagine. Okay, this one is kind of tough. In which way is your content different in comparison to the rest of the German scene? Why are you one of the biggest ones?
The consistency, like posting every day for 6 years, 7 years.
Very good point.
Yeah, also posting stories every day. If you're on vacation, if you're like in Prague, it doesn't matter. You have to post something. It's not like you're forced to, but I love to show the community also some stuff on vacation.
It became a habit for you.
Yes. Also, the community is very great because when you're in Prague for the first time, for me, I was asking, do you have good hookah lounges? And like 10 lounges popped up. So it's like that.
Maybe another point is like the authenticity.
Yeah.
Authentic.
Yeah,
You are
yes.
authentic.
I think this is one part of the whole thing. Yeah. What's different cells? What differences are there? Okay, that's it. That's enough to say.
Eye for the picture, for the
Yeah,
look.
Maybe the aesthetic. Eye for the picture, as you said.
Eye for the picture. That's a great catch. Okay. What creators from abroad are you following, and who among your colleagues in Germany is also making good stuff? Maybe starting with Germany.
Biggest one, Marvin.
Marvin?
SWG, Hookah, SWG Shisha, Shisha WG, Marvin Dutine.
Yes. There are many good content creators in Germany, I have to say.
So try to name 5.
Let's name 5.
Marvin, Dölit.
Shisha WG.
Yes, Shisha WG, Marvin, Dölit on YouTube, Shisha Deutschland, Shisha Germany, Cengiz on Instagram,
Yeah.
Maxi, Allgäu Shisha.
Directly. Carbon Smoke as well.
Yes.
I would say there are more than 5 that like we're doing good content as well.
That's great. And from abroad?
Sakamoto, Gabriel Sakamoto from Brazil. From Spain.
Yeah, we've met with some shots of vodka in Russia.
Of course we did.
Our dinner.
We've had a good time there.
Sakamoto is a great guy.
From Spain, Andalus Shisha, and also Don Ruben Blanco.
Yeah, very nice guys.
From France, difficult in France.
There's Shisha Block, but he was stopping
Kind of
and
inactive
starting.
nowadays.
What was his name? Nargitest.
Okay,
But he
that
stopped
was
too.
like
Yeah, he stopped.
2017, 2018
Yes.
he stopped. A Russian one,
Vitaly Chumakov.
Yeah.
Vitaly Chumakov. I'm not quite sure if you've heard about him.
I just heard about it.
Apin Photo.
Apin Photo, do you know him?
No.
He's the guy who's doing the videography stuff for many of Russian brands. Really good stuff. I think this is the best one overall.
Yes, the best
on the
picture
whole world.
content you can see for
What was
hookahs.
his name again?
Apin. It's
Apin.
Apin Photo.
Ah, okay.
It's a really crazy guy with good content. Yeah, he's doing great stuff.
You've already mentioned that, but how difficult is to share your content on daily basis during the years?
It's like part of our lives, I would say. So
Yes.
nowadays it's not that kind of difficult anymore. Back in the days, at the beginning, I think it was just the consistency. Nowadays it's part of our lives, so I think it's kind of easy. In some parts of our lives it's also very stressful, but we really appreciate calling our hobby our job
Yeah.
in the same way.
Nowadays we just nearly post everything, also lifestyle stuff. If we pick up some new sneakers or if we go to the city or on vacation.
So it's not just hookah-based content.
No. Back in the day we were really thinking like about can we post other stuff? Do people enjoy looking at other stuff like some sneakers or something? But the community really appreciated other content, so we just started with posting everything we do. And I think it's basically working, so it's really fun doing it.
Great. Now we continue. What tips and advice would you give your hookah? Would you give to content hookah creators?
I think it's a lot more difficult than back in the days to start a blog, to establish a blog like we do. But the main thing is you have, you need to have a basis of quality level for photography, also for the selection of hookahs at home, I would say, and also the consistency is the main part of being a content creator, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, the more you post, the more the algorithm likes you.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
I have two more important things. If you take a picture, please take a picture of the whole hookah. It's because some pictures are like bowl cut off, just doesn't look that good. And the second tip is like, if you want to start, don't ask 10 brands for anything if you have just 10 followers, because
That's a bonus question for Moritz.
Some people-
How many creators ask you for a free product per month?
It's easier to say per day. It's like 10 to 20 per day. And
People start off by
most
that.
of the time they have like 10 followers and telling us that they want to start. And of
You have
course
to
we don't send them anything.
For the people, you have to start out of passion, not for just looking for products. It's like we did it for passion. We just posted stuff because we liked it.
You
we
have to
love
buy
hookah.
some hookahs and stuff before you get
Yeah,
something for free.
my whole
It was
days
not our
went
background to get free stuff.
Yes.
It was our background to create good content, high quality content.
With the batches you have already.
Yeah, back in the days, of course.
Okay. How exactly does the German legislation affect you in terms of posting? Because we can see in every post you will put there Anzeige or something like that.
Yes.
It's something like promotion. So just tell me, do you have blinded hands and eyes, and do you just have to follow simple rules, or it's more difficult?
It's more difficult. In Germany, it's like that. If you take a brand, and for us, it's our work. And if you take a brand, even if they don't pay you something, you have to show the people, or you have to write Anzeige, because
Or
it's like
advertisement.
yeah, it's like difficult because some people get like lawsuits because they take somebody, even if they bought it by themselves. So
maybe-
sometimes you see like advertisements, but paid by myself or something. Some
But you
people
put
post
it only to your posts, not your stories,
So,
right?
also on stories.
Also, you have to. That's the first step of regulation and law stuff you have to do. When you do it on a basis like it's our job, yeah. And another part of the story is it's not allowed to do tobacco advertising in that way.
Same here.
Yeah, that's a big part of the one. Yeah, and what else? The 25 grams. It's for us personally as a hookah enthusiast. It's shit. It's bullshit for the environment. It's bullshit for us to stock it at home
Yeah.
or to stock it. And for everybody else, the
Imagine
price
the half
increases.
of our community is pissed because they constantly go to Elvano or other shops in Germany bringing stuff. So yeah, it's the same. Okay, did you ever have problems in this particular matter? Like somebody sued you, or did you some kind of
No.
bad time? Or
No.
I'm happy that it wasn't that way.
crystal clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
Nice.
luckily.
Okay. Since when did the hobby become a profession for you?
A real profession in terms of like we're living off that?
Not
or
living, but
content.
earning
Content-wise.
money and barter stuff.
2019.
Yes.
2019, late 2019, I would say. That was the first step of establish our own business in that way. And our main job since 2021.
Yes.
And what was your profession before you start this kind of profession?
I did an apprenticeship. In Germany, it's called Ausbildung at Volkswagen in logistics. And when I finished that, I just went off Volkswagen and started with hookah.
Grab one of their cars and...
I've worked at a regular bank in Germany. And
Do you want a mortgage?
And I've worked there for like 4 years. And in the last year of my work there, I was like, I need to change something in my life. And the hobby part of hookah and the business part of hookah was growing these days. And then I started working at Somo in Germany.
So the hookah saved you from the corporate?
Yeah, a bit. But also Somo was there to
Offer you the opportunity?
yes, to offer me the opportunity to work in that kind of branch.
Yes.
And that was the first step in the hookah branch to do it to work in a main job there.
It was also a problem if you have a main job and there's like Shisha Messe, Intertabak, events. You
I
can't
need a free day.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
it doesn't work like that. And you have to make a change. And someday you have to decide for yourself this path or this.
Also in terms of invitations, like traveling for brands in the hookah branch, there were like some vacation stuff, or it was like the first one was the invitation from Adalia in Turkey.
Yes.
And that was the first time we've talked about I need a vacation at my main job and we need to travel to Turkey for the side job back in the days.
Yes.
It's the first struggle with the main job back in the days.
Okay, you launched it, so I will continue. About collaborations, do you negotiate the collaborations by yourselves, or are you represented by an agency of some sort?
Back in the day, we started by ourselves. But I think last year,
Yes.
a good friend of mine,
2019, I think.
Fredo.
Yeah, late 19. I started with Fredo. It's People's Square.
Yeah, but it was just like the imprint for our page.
Yeah, you're right.
And last year there were like so many requests, I couldn't answer them all. So I talked to Fredo. He is my agent right now, or our agent, and he's just managing the stuff with the brands. And it's really like easy for us to say we're gonna do that, or no, that's not that nice. And Fredo is also I know him since the 5th grade, so
Was a friend of him back in the
Yeah.
days, and then he started a kind of business with us, like an agent.
Yeah.
It sounds more professional than it is, but he's just our guy to talk to brands.
In your
who
level,
want
I
to
can
collaborate.
imagine the tens and hundreds messages you can get about collaborations and stuff, and yeah, it's good. Okay, guys. So, how expensive is it, approximately, to get a post, real or long-term collaboration with you?
I would say one number. No, I'm just joking. I can't say numbers for that. It depends on the
Yeah, that's why
collaboration.
approximately.
It depends on the kind of collaboration. It depends on number of posts. It depends on everything, I would say.
You have to ask our agent for that.
Let's make it simple. One picture to your Instagram feed.
Ask Fredo.
I can't really tell the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not possible.
So it's, I would say, hundreds of euros. Maybe I'm close.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's enough.
That's
Where is the agent? Okay. What was your most delightful and the worst collaboration so far?
I think the most delightful ones were the partners who supported us since day one. For example, it's Moze. For example, it's Ian, Viro, Ocean, Aladdin.
Yes.
Was also one of the first ones who supported us. I think these are the most delightful ones. And what was the question? The bad
worst,
one?
yes.
The worst?
Yeah, also the bad ones.
Can't tell any names, but there were some who were very difficult to communicate with, I would say. Very impulsive.
Impulsive.
Wie? Impulsive?
Yes.
Impulsive people, but we can't tell any names at this point.
people who are really pushing for content and they are like
Pushing like you
rising.
have to do this and this.
And if you write something like you have to, it's difficult to say. Some people just have a bad wording, I would say, if they ask for something. So just, they're not kind, they're just pushing for stuff and yeah.
That's not what everybody like.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe, yeah. What places have you visited thanks to your collaborations?
Okay, Turkey,
We started with Turkey,
Paraguay?
Spain,
yeah, Paraguay, Brazil.
South America, Brazil, Paraguay with Zomo back in the days.
I was envy about your trip back there.
I'm sorry for that.
He did
man.
2 trips, by the way.
Two
Yeah.
or 3.
I remember, please, Alyosha, tell Zomo that I want to go
Yeah,
also.
Alyosha, Hookah Expo, Las Vegas?
Miami. It was Miami. I was at the Hookah Expo in Miami in 2019. I've combined it with vacation and also then the fair.
Miami Dolphins.
Yes. No, unfortunately not the Miami Dolphins, but I was at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers stadium, and I was at the Hookah Expo in 2019. Also in Spain, I was there 3 times at the Shisha Messe in Seville.
Dubai?
No,
Nobody?
I wasn't there in Dubai.
Not invited.
Me neither.
Weren't invited there. Where else?
Prague, Czech.
Russia.
No.
Czech Republic, Russia, in Moscow, and also in St.
And
Petersburg.
have you ever been to Ukraine thanks to Hookaze?
No,
That's why.
unfortunately not.
That's why.
This was Stockholm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the most expensive tobacco ever made.
I was in Stockholm in Sweden with Deswal. That was the release party of their most expensive hookah and also their
Tobacco with
lounge.
gold flakes, golden flakes.
I still have it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is basically every country in terms of hookah, I would say.
No.
Yeah. Or anything? It's not.
What annoys you about your profession?
What annoys me about my profession?
To be honest, there are some days.
Smoking every day, it's shit.
It's part of my version. There are some days I don't want to smoke hookah that early in the day, but I have to shoot. So I have to smoke hookah very early in the day to shoot. And I think that's one of the most annoying things, but it's not that annoying, I would say. It's just like sometimes annoying.
There's lots of paper stuff behind the scenes.
Also this.
That's also very annoying, but it's like if you're doing business by yourself, you have to do it. There's no way around it, so that's also annoying. I would say if you want to go to a vacation, you have to shoot stuff before it. If you want to go on a 2-week trip and you don't bring a hookah with you, you have to prepare everything. But I think that's just structure you have to give your day. And yeah, I would say the paper stuff is for me the most annoying.
Moritz, what annoys you in your profession? Also paperwork?
Nothing.
It's great.
In German, you have to say paperwork.
Yeah, paperwork, of course, and also we have some difficult clients who, maybe for the wholesale clients paying late, and you have to run after them all the time, and yeah, things like that. I think it's the usual problems you have when you have your own business and like in every other industry.
I have a common question for all of you three. My friends, do you feel the support of your family and girlfriends in what you do?
My parents back in the days were a little bit of skeptic.
Skeptic is a nice word.
Skeptic in that way, but nowadays they're supporting everything, every part of my main job and of my hobby, of course, and also my girlfriend does. So I really appreciate the support of my family and my girlfriend, and they're very cool with the main parts of my job, and they're always supporting myself to do my stuff, to live the life of calling my hobby as a job or my job as a hobby. Yeah.
For me, it's the same. or not the same. For me, it's I really enjoyed the support since day one. I never had problems with my parents, smoking at home and stuff. With my girlfriend, it's the same. She doesn't like hookah that much, but she supports me in all the ways she can. So that's the best thing.
Okay, that's good. That's
Yes, I can smoke hookah when we're chilling and watching something. So
Tough
that's
one.
really
okay.
good.
At the beginning was kind of difficult, right?
Not difficult, but I was just
Challenging.
Challenging. Yeah, that's the correct word.
Yeah, if people don't really enjoy hookah and you like smoke dark blend all the time in the evening and it's hard to breathe in the winter because you can't open the windows.
So
like,
you did a great job managing it.
Yes.
Moritz?
Well, when I started with my first production, it was like 17,000 euros or something, which was everything I had. And I told it to my father, and he was very skeptical and tried to stop me, but
Nowadays,
yeah, but nowadays my father.
He developed a new model.
No, not that, but
kind of, for real.
yeah,
not developing, but
he's working also in the company and supports me very much, and I'm
That's
very
a cool
thankful
thing.
for it.
very cool.
And also for my girlfriend, she never had a problem with it, but now
Only
also,
problems with you.
Yeah, maybe sometimes, but
Normal stuff.
now besides her side job, besides her main job, she also do some accounting stuff, and I'm also very thankful for that.
That's great. And at last, let's talk about case.
Let's do it.
Please describe to me your products, your philosophy behind them, and who is your target customer?
Our products, we have launched Case back in 2021. 30th of April was the first release. We started with the hookah, the multi-tool, halo, grid tips. Basically some stuff you can't really buy in Germany.
Back in the days?
Yeah. It's just you see the normal stuff, and I would say Case stuff is more niche for customers that see, for example, the grid tip for the first time, it's 32.90, so it's not that cheap. It's an expensive item, but it's heavy. And the mouthpiece as well, the rough mouthpiece, it's like very heavy.
It's very similar to this small
Yeah,
piece.
that's the one thing I don't like about Case. I hate that really heavy mouthpiece.
We really love it.
Yeah, I never
really love
used
it.
another one
Yeah.
since the first sample.
Same here. Always
So-
using this one.
Yeah, we connecting with our community. We see what the people like, what the people want, and we also think about things we want to have as products of our own. So we created, for example, a stainless steel fork. We just launched it like 1 week ago, and stainless
the
steel
poker,
poker.
yes.
These are some things that are not on the German market that come.
But I haven't seen anymore your packages for tobacco, the glass ones.
Ah, yes, the glass jars.
Yeah,
Case jar.
Case jar.
they are not on the website anymore.
They are.
I think they
pretty
are.
sure. they are.
I checked last week.
Maybe they are sold out now. No, really.
What would be good?
There was also an item like there are not that everybody asks us where do we get packages for, like for example dark sides, and for me I go to T-Dogs or stuff. I get €1 boxes, and
Especially for the new situation with the
25 grams,
Yeah.
it will be
that
worth
was
it.
our intention to produce a case jar.
yes.
For real.
He had some more expensive boxes from IKEA, I
Yes.
guess.
The glass ones with the wooden one.
Yes.
Glass and combined with wood.
I use them.
Yeah.
They're good, but they're pretty expensive compared to the case jars. For real.
And for me personally, or I think I speak for both of us, we love to have stuff with our own brand on it. And so just we can use it on a daily basis and we really like it. So the glass jars or the case jars are perfect for it.
And who is your target customer?
Target customer.
Everybody who follows us
Yes.
in the first step, and also the German community who wants to have really exclusive stuff, exclusive hookahs, more modern hookahs, I would say. Kind of Russian way hookahs, I would call it.
People who want good hookahs are our customers.
Like enthusiasts.
Enthusiasts, yes, that's the best word for it. And our main focus was to produce a hookah.
It's a lounge product, would you say?
Yeah, because of the one hose part, it's also a lounge product, I would say.
Yeah, you can upgrade it with a stainless steel kit, with the blow-offs, with the sleeves. For the people at home, they can change up the colors and stuff. But for the
So high level of customization.
Yes, high quality stuff.
you can also invest into the Caesar glasses we got with case. So you can start with 189, or you can just take Caesar bowls, stainless steel kits, and everything, and go up to.
You can buy what you want. You can you have a wide or a huge variety of hookahs and customization. So. those are our
And
main
what could we
focus.
expect in the future from you?
There's something coming soon,
Yes.
next month, but we can't tell you anything else about it. But there's a new model
It has
coming
two
next.
ports or one port.
We will see.
So it's hookah, okay.
We will see. It's a new hookah. It's a new model. It's
Okay, new-
launching next month.
Yes.
Probably
New
next
case
month.
incoming.
Yes.
It's first news right here.
Nice to hear. Okay, thank you guys so much. And now it's Moritz time.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, gosh.
And I called this part From Zero to Hookah Manufacturer Hero.
The best claim.
Moritz, please, what is the story behind Moze? You said about you said something about your father, about the amount of money you had, but not about the origin idea.
Yes. Okay, so as I said, we started 2019, but before I designed hookahs for another brand. And we had a deal like for every hookah they produce, I get a certain amount of money. But I got the money for the first production, but like after 1 year, I noticed that they produced more and did not notify me about new productions or anything. And after that, I decided to start my own brand, which was Moze then. And
It was the first name, the first idea.
Yes. And then I started with all my money because I was
It's
in my
expensive to make
I was in
hookahs.
my bachelor studies. I made it dual studies. It's like 3 months of work, 3 months
Yeah.
of university.
Combined.
Yes, and it was in an oil and gas company, and I earned about 1,200 euros a month. I saved that money, and after 1 year, I had enough money to start my first production, and then everything has gone this way to now. We started with the model I talked about before, with the co-branding of Hookaze.
Was it successful?
Uh,
Or it was
it-
just a niche product for his followers?
It was okay, but it did not have much differentiation to the usual German hookahs because it was a normal stainless steel model.
They were speaking about your co-branded hookah, that it's average and...
Thank you very much.
It was a basic model
I think it's not
compared to.
basic.
Which one?
I mean,
The first
in
one.
terms
The
of the
one-
material and everything.
It was not that very common with 3 hoses.
Okay, yeah.
everybody did
in
4,
terms of
he had
3
3.
hoses, yes.
The
but
design was
the
not
material.
Yeah, yeah, okay. The material
Because everybody in Germany wanted stainless steel. Stainless steel hookahs, and then we sold that one in about 3 months, 4 months. Then it was sold out, and starting from there, I changed the direction of the design to more Russian style inspired products, like with POM bases and one hose port. And then it really started to get track, and the first model we released in this style was the
Air?
No, Breeze was like 1 or 2 weeks before Air. And the Breeze model was sold out in 2 days, I think, the first production, and then 2 weeks later we made the air model, which was also
Bigger.
very similar, yeah, but bigger. And then we ordered more of Breeze model, then the
Dash.
sphere.
Dash. I think the Dash was before the sphere, all right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Dash model, which we smoked yesterday in another lounge randomly, and then there was the next model, which was the sphere. And now I'm smoking sphere 2, which is pretty new. And
I saw it on their channels.
yeah, yeah, and that was the way. Also, a lot of accessories released during this journey.
Okay.
First mouthpiece. Did you tell him about the first mouthpiece with the epoxy part?
You
and
knew
the
that one?
We had these via Shanti in Czech Republic.
Yes, the Elements mouthpiece. Yes.
Moze was
This was the
first
very
one.
first product.
It was the OG
It was-
product of Moze.
It was even before the Moze one,
The first
which
resin
was
thing.
co-branded.
Yes, it was
the
like
first
the
product.
first,
Was the first product.
resin product.
Then the one hookah, and then our mouth tips. Yeah.
Okay. What challenges have you had to face when building Moze? For example, you know, obstacles, bizarres, fuck-ups.
Yes,
And stuff.
especially in the last 2 years, our products got copied very often, and it's very annoying to protect the intellectual property,
And
the
fight for it.
designs, and fight for it with lawyers. And another thing, back in the days when we produced the Breeze 1 model, we had, like, our sample had, it was a small hookah, so the down stem is pretty near to the bottom of the glass, and we just got one glass before we ordered the production, so we designed everything according to this one. And then we received the production,
And it was
all,
different.
all the glasses, they all go like this in the bottom, but some are even higher. And then we had problems with some down stems, which were too long, and we had to produce
You had to cut them.
we had to produce new ones very fast. But the problem was that all hookahs were sold out already, and we had to find
Yeah, feel it.
I had to switch
replacements.
mine as well.
Yes, like 20% of the first production had this problem.
Yeah, it happens.
But you learn from it, and now when we get samples of glasses, we check it even more and leave some space.
Great. What are the most and least successful products you have released?
The most successful is very easy, I think. It's the Breeze 2 model, which is sold in the mid-range of 5 figures in quantities. And the least successful product was
Case.
Moze. No, Case is another brand of them, but which is quite successful. But
Thank you.
the least successful product was the Moze Air, I think. It was only 300 pieces, and it took like half a year or maybe even longer to sell all of them.
So it takes too long.
Yes.
What kind of feedback have you received from the German hookah community since the release?
Well, at the start it was that only the really enthusiastic people was interested in our products because they knew all the Russian stuff and were interested in one-hose hookahs also because then everybody wanted 4-hose hookah in Germany, just stainless steel and just very basic stuff. And
Strange time.
yes.
It was.
But I think we teach the people very good that these models we have very much advantage, and you are very. It's very easy to customize the products. You can switch the glass bases. You can switch the colors of your sleeves.
And why do you think your smallest hookah has the most impact? Because we know we consider small hookahs as travel hookahs, but you set a new standard that small hookah is a regular hookah in Germany, and
Yes.
That's great. But
I don't know if did we set this.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think the Breeze 2 was the
Yeah, okay.
start of the establishing.
Maybe
I think Breeze
it's-
1, because after that it was Ocean Cave small.
It was the Breeze 2.
Yeah,
my
it was the
opinion.
Breeze 2 with
Breeze
Yeah,
1
I think
was
so
not
too.
that type of hookah who established the way of small hookah.
Thank you. I have the first version.
You can get the two. But yes, after that, many brands made small hookahs, but I can't tell you the reason. Maybe the functions also were a reason of the Breeze 2.
How about COVID? Times of COVID, smoking alone at home, not in a lounge. I think that was a factor.
But why should you use the small hookah?
I think the biggest
Because
impact.
people could be scared of falling. I don't know.
I think the biggest
Maybe.
impact was the blow-off variation.
Yes, I
Because-
think it
variety,
was mainly the functions.
Yeah, the Instagram trend.
Yeah, the
it high.
plate blow-off was like really a thing in Germany. You only had the Hawk hookah, which was like really expensive, hard to get. Not
Now we
really
have
that good.
stimulation with 31 or 32
I don't remember.
variations.
100.
1000.
Unlimited.
Okay. And the same question as I put the guys. Who is your target customer? Because you're telling me you're constantly sold out. So sold out by whom? By the lounges,
right
foreign
now-
companies, distributors, or everyday hookah smokers?
Right now, Breeze 2 is not sold out all the time, but in the beginning it was like we received a new delivery from the production and we put it on the website, and some minutes after it was sold out. Also, a lot of wholesalers and shops asked for the products, and we had waiting lists with more than 10,000 hookahs for shops, and all the shops were like pissed off because they had waiting times of 6 months or something. I think the German hookah community learned about these products more, and also the ones that were used to smoke these stainless steel versions, stainless steel 4-holes hookahs, they became more interested in hookah, maybe also because of COVID, because they had more time for it, and they smoked more, and maybe they was on Instagram checking them and saw the hookah and just were more interested. And I think the price of the hookah is a good entry, because Russian products are very, very expensive in Germany.
Because of the distribution and stuff.
Yes, and maybe it is a good entry point for these people. And it
I
was
think
their
that's
first.
also why Ajloscha said that during the COVID, it was a starter pack for them.
Yes,
I
of course.
have a funny story about COVID times. Back then, you weren't allowed to go out after 22 o'clock, and we drove back to his home after we worked at the office, and you had like these paper sheets to show the police if you were out. And police stopped us and asked me for everything, identity card. Yeah, they stopped me. And then I told them what I was working at, like hookah stuff. And they told me, or the one policeman told me, yes, hookah. I'm trying to get the Breeze 2, but it's sold out all the time.
Random police officer.
Yeah, also we had a
Police officer.
Yeah.
we also had a every time we export to another country which is not in the European Union, we have to fill an export document from if the value of the stuff is more than 1,000 euro, and it's sent to the customs. And then sometimes, like 1 of 100 times, there is there is a visit of the customs. Then they send an email. They will come next day, and they also know the invoice then. And then the customs agent came, and it was a young boy like my age, and he just told me, I'm just here because I saw it's a breeze too, and I'm trying to get one like 3 months now. And
Give me one and you will have no problems.
yeah, and then when he was leaving, he told me, yeah, we will send the invoice for the visit. And it was like 150 euro just.
Okay, so breeze
check the
2
goods.
is now the new currency in Germany.
Yes.
I can see. Okay, maybe this one is a little difficult. What is your marketing strategy in a market with so many restrictions on tobacco and hookah advertising? These two guys.
Yeah,
How do you promote your products?
mainly on Instagram, also with Ajloscha, Yannick, and also a lot of other bloggers. And I think the best marketing for us is that the product has a good quality and
Speaks for itself.
is, yeah, so somebody sees the product at its friend's house and check the functions or the quality, and we hear this from a lot of people that a friend recommends the hookah, and we only post on Instagram and let them post.
Do the work.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I think they also have a really nice community on their Instagram as well. They
We
built
have,
up over
like,
the years.
81,000 followers on Instagram now, and yeah. I
That's
think-
like 10 times more than me, but yeah, in a great community. Yeah, that's Germany. But it's nice to hear. And the final question in this part for all of you three. In your opinion, what are the most interesting and horrible hookah trends these days?
Okay,
Maybe the blow-off?
so yeah, we started this trend, but it annoys me right now because we started it with the breeze too, and I also think that this was the function that everybody liked, that you can change the blow-out direction, but we had like originally it was planned to have 4, but the bloggers find even
We
more.
invented
so
more.
I think we had like 8 or something then. And so the other brands saw this is selling good. We need to make more than this. And
yeah, and
now
more.
it's like
Stimulation.
without names. There are brands. They post, this hookah has like 25 blowout options,
And it's worth it.
and nearly 24 out of these 25 look the same. So
Yeah.
I don't
It
think
depends on the angle.
I don't think there is any more value in more options. Now I think you better have
Functional
one
one.
to 5 that look good than like 25.
And a good trend?
Good trend.
HMD.
It's not a trend anymore, guys.
Yeah.
2012.
I think for me it's.
I know it's in Germany since 2020, but
For me, it's a new brand we are carrying exclusively, which is Emotion. I think I showed you before. It has a modern product design with muted pastel colors on the hookahs, and right now we released the first model with them, which is a travel hookah, and I think these colors are very great and are something new to the hookah scene.
Yeah,
great.
definitely.
So from the influencer's point of view, the worst and the best hookah trends nowadays.
I think the worst trend is the blow-off trend. I like to have like 1 blow-off, 2 blow-offs, maybe to switch it up. Just like Case, for example. I think not every hookah has to have like 10, 15, 20 blow-offs. But if they want to promote it that way, then it's like that. But it's not necessary. And for a good trend, I really like the way of motion, like the soft touch material. It's really like something new.
You've promoted recently a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
There was new launch.
the nice green color as you have on your boxes. Yeah, it looks great and kind of different.
Yes. Yeah, also the product design, it's very like not that just put on the table and you can smoke it. You really see if you look at it, it has magnets and stuff, so it's really nice to smoke the first model. I'm looking forward to new models. And in terms of other trends,
Alyosha, don't mention the blow off and don't mention the travel hookah.
I want to. The bad part for me, it's combined with the blow-off stuff, but to be more precisely, I would say that I don't like hookahs with too many parts. So many different and mini parts. You have to build up the hookah first. That's the bad part, in my opinion. So it's combined with the blow-off part because
I have a story about it. I received my first Moze Breeze model by
shots for you.
it's four already.
Moze.
Four already. Okay.
We had an agreement that if I fucked up the name of Moze and say that thing, I will acquire 2 shots. But after the show, because I'm really like,
Yes.
you know.
It's easy fast.
Yeah. And once I received the Breeze 1 model, I was about to clean it. I grabbed the top part off and all of my 6 or 8 bowls were on the ground and oh fuck, I lost 1 or 2. So that's
what I meant. Exactly.
I hope that's better right now.
It's better on the Breeze 2 because it's screwed and the top that you...
As well as case, right? Or similar way.
Yes.
It's like
yes,
case,
I think so.
O-ring and screwed, so both.
Best part for me is the Russian hookah brands or the Russian hookah, not hookah, tobacco brands who are establishing their brands in Germany. I think this is the best part for me, for the culture in Germany to improve in that way. I
think the best part is like the hookahs were there for like 2 years already, but the tobacco coming to Germany, like Theo, for example, Blackburn, Must Have was like back in the day, very nice to have, Dark Side. For us, the dark leaf tobacco coming to Germany was a pleasure, and it's still a pleasure if a new brand wants to join Germany as well.
But it's like maybe the matter of 10% of the community?
Yes.
Just our personal opinion in that way.
I totally agree with that.
But
because
you're totally right with
we
10%
often buy dark leaf tobacco from Germany. But it will and may change because of the 25 gram, and
unfortunately
we also want to support our legal distribution. So right now we are coming to the final part of our interview, and we spoke about that several times. This is all about German hookah scene and market, and it's for all 3 of you. So my first question is, what is the environment of the hookah companies in the German market like? Competitive, friendly, collaborative, dramatic, or even toxic?
I think nowadays it's mostly friendly. Back in the days, I think there were some brands who were kind of toxic.
I think they were some kind of a fight in a shisha messe with two shops.
Yeah.
Intertabak, oder?
Yeah.
Intertabak.
2019
Dortmund.
or 18, I'm not quite sure, but nowadays it's kind of friendly.
I would say
mostly
in front of the scenes it's friendly, but behind the scenes it's still like
competitive
yes, and with lawyers and stuff. So lots of stuff happening behind the scenes.
I can imagine all German hookah brands are really fond of you, of your success.
I don't know, but maybe, yes.
Yeah, so mostly friendly, but behind the scenes it's competitive as well as other. Okay. Name your favorite German hookah brands and products.
I think...
Or maybe just 1 or 2. Okay, let's go 2. Two of your favorite German hookah products.
Moritz has to start.
Not imported, but German.
Case in Moze.
Okay.
Fang du mal an, ich muss überlegen.
One or two. That's difficult.
So one. Don't be a pussy, try it.
That's boring. Let's say two.
Oh, let's say two.
Moze, Ian. For me personally.
What?
Ian. Ian.
Aeon, yeah.
Eon.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how you say it.
That finger, it starts with A. Okay,
Yeah.
we agree on it.
Yes.
Aeon.
I would say
And
the same.
100%.
let's go different, boy.
No. It's
Okay,
Then you
okay.
can
In this,
say emotion in Moze.
I would say for tobacco boats, Vandenberg, you know them?
yes, for tobacco boats, of course, Vandenberg.
That's cool.
Vandenberg.
it's not just Hookage's
Very,
products.
very good product. Also, their tobacco is good.
Yeah.
Kismet, you know Kismet?
We know Kismet very well.
Kismet, X-Racha, X-Racha, X-Racha.
Extra.
I also say X-Rache.
Freestyle, back in the days, it was freestyle.
Ah?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, Vandenberg. Did you try it yet?
What?
The Vandenberg?
No, not yet.
It's really
Because
the
it's
best.
a funnel.
Yeah. It's a really great
Yeah,
funnel.
maybe that's why. Because it's a funnel. And in the opposite way, můžu ještě jednou, prosím? What are the worst German hookah products and why?
Bacha. Bacha.
And why? It's a top-notch product, very cheap.
Yeah,
People are sticking to it. Like, if you go to lounges, they wouldn't switch up anything because they would just stick to the budget.
it's just
You
because
can't
of-
even order another setup.
and it's easy to prepare for themselves. It's easy to order it at the lounge. That's the most bad thing, the baddest thing.
Yeah, for brands, it's like copying other brands, and you really see like it's a copy. Like, why do you copy stuff? Everybody sees it, and that's also a bad thing.
I heard in the past that there were a lot of drama around Arif hookahs.
Arif?
Arif.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Arif is right. I'm not quite sure.
Yes. I heard a lot about the quality, that it's not really good. And it was like he makes a model and then disappears for like some months, not posting anything. Also, the customer support was very bad from what I heard. I don't know. I never bought one, so I can only say what I heard.
Okay. What is the German way of smoking hookahs? Except mentioning bachos, because we all know it.
Then it's funnel with HMD.
For the people who are more into
Yeah, for the niche people who like to enjoy hookah and most likely look at our blogs.
Where do they buy tobacco in Germany? In kiosks or in
Online.
e-commerce? Online.
Yeah, I would say online.
It's
Or
mixed.
local stores.
It's mixed.
It depends on the location in Germany. If you're like in Hanau, for example, you can go to Wolke 7 and buy everything.
It's really a hookah store. It's not a kiosk. It's a hookah store or online shop with hookah store. These two type of stores.
Okay. What coals do they use? 25, 26 or 27?
I think the majority.
Coconut charcoal is not.
26 or 27.
Yeah, majority
Like
26.
25 is very
Dead.
rare in Germany.
Majority 26, and the enthusiasts or some people 27.
Yes.
What do you think? Is your community developed or developing or stagnating?
Difficult. I think in 2020 was the biggest step for evolving, I would say. And nowadays, our community especially is, I think, evolving or improving their style of smoking. And I think the majority is still stagnating.
Yes.
Do you
I
have
would
some
say-
kind of community, not brand-based events? Like, hey, let's do a meetup or a gathering or something like that.
Some shops like
Tasting stuff, tasting events.
Yeah, but it's brand-related. Something that comes
okay.
from the people.
From the people,
From the-
I would say, for example, Wolke 7 or Nell, they
But
are the people because
but they have
also.
shops, so it's a little bit brand.
Okay.
But they
Branded.
also have a
Yeah,
they
a little
also
bit
like
branded with their shop, so they invite some brands and everybody can come. I think Onel had 1,000 visitors.
Yeah, something around that. Theo was also there in Germany.
Yes.
Yes, Theo was there. Maybe we can say that our community is invited to our meetups, like the F-line meetups. Yes. It's a kind of our biggest supporters of our community, and once in a year we're inviting them to a meetup. There are like 30 to 40 people, just really the base community, the main community of us, and that is that kind of meetup for our community.
Right. What does your lounge scene needs to be on the European level or
Funnel and
advanced?
HMD or
Yeah.
What do they need?
at least in HMD.
Funnel HMD and maybe
Or-
some hookah masters. They know how to pack.
The main point is the mindset of the lounge owners. The
Yes.
mindset of the lounge owners needs to have a change to be more like we want to have quality hookers in our lounge and not that type of mainstream stuff. And the mainstream stuff is like on the weekends at the evening time there are many people wants just to meet up with a hookah and doesn't want to smoke good hookah. It's just a hookah. A random hookah with a random setup and it's just like we're having some puffs and that's it.
We really liked Alex's approach in Baba Lounge.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's closed.
Yeah,
also.
it's closed.
Yeah, the problem is the lounge owners don't want to spend money on the hookahs. Most of the time they just want to earn money and they don't want to spend money on new hookahs, new setups.
Maybe
and
that's
stuff.
why their biggest income is not from hookahs but from drinks and other beverages.
Kind of the problem, I think.
Yes.
And okay, guys, let's recommend us 3 hookah bars in Germany which are really worth visiting.
Jumeirah, Wolke 7 or Cloud 7.
That's the name.
Yeah, it's Wolke 7.
These
and
two for sure. And there is a midnight
Ben-
lounge. I
Berlin.
didn't had a visit at the midnight lounge. I think it's in the eastern part of Germany.
It's Chemnitz, right?
Chemnitz.
Yes.
It's near Dresden and Leipzig, and that should be a great bar. I was not there.
I heard something about Vikings Berlin.
Vikings.
Yeah,
in Berlin.
Vikings in
Vikings
Berlin.
Berlin, yes.
It was highly recommended, Russian
I
style
wasn't
black leaf
there,
tobacco.
but I
Yeah.
heard good things about it. And
Something in München?
No.
There's nothing
No,
in
no,
Munich.
nothing.
There's nothing in Munich.
Munich is
Not even one lounge who has a
Only
funnel or
Smoshi
a-
is there,
I was there.
They don't have. They don't. Own
Yeah,
a
they
lounge
don't
there.
have a lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
If you
was
go to
there
Munich,
last
just
year
drink beer.
and, I tried to find one, but it's not possible.
No, some big cities don't really have hookah stuff or a big hookah scene. They have hookah lounges, but you can't go there to smoke.
Okay, you 3 have to work more to get the lounges there.
The mindset is too
impossible.
difficult to change.
By the
It's
way,
nearly
Why?
impossible.
Why? It's because of the, let's say, the vast majority of lounges are run by Arabic people or...
It's one part of the story, I think. The other part is already what you've said is like it's just a side job for them, and they're more interested in earning money with anything, anything in terms of the hookah quality, and yeah,
Or maybe it's more cultural than enthusiastic approach.
Yeah.
I think
I have a good example.
I think so.
Positive example. There's a lounge in Kassel. It's called 14, and they had like the classic setups all over the years again with aluminum foil. But it was really good to smoke like double apple and grape mint. And last or 2 weeks ago, I wrote with him, and he said to me like, "What's this funnel? What's this HMD?" And I will go there with Daniel because he's also from Kassel, and I will show him like some Blackburn, some dark leaf tobacco, and he wants to adapt it to his lounge.
And he asked for Blackburn double apple.
No. No, he's like really looking at my content and he says, I want to try this out and I want to adapt it to my lounge. I want to have it in my
Great.
lounge. And if that happens, it was like it would be the first time like you could have a funnel and HMD and dark blend in Kassel, which is really nice because we have like 20 bars, maybe more. It's not a big city, but you can really smoke a good hookah there.
So you have to help him in order to build up a place for you when your girlfriend is not satisfied with your hookah business, so you go there and smoke double apple. Alyosha, you had something to say.
I think the most complicated thing is to change the mindset of the owners of the lounges in Germany, because it's like the cultural thing, the business thing, and on the other hand, also the people don't want to have the high quality ones, the high quality hookers. They only want to have a good session with their friends, and that's it. And a good session for them is like a budget. That's enough for them.
Never stop a running system.
Yeah, yeah, that's the main phrase. So
I have final 2 questions. What problems does your hookah community face in Germany? We previously said 25 gram, maybe increasing taxes every year, TPD, tobacco components removal.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
You-
the
we can go briefly.
25 grams, and on top of that, there is a raise of tobacco taxes each year from now to 2026.
Yes.
And since 2022, it was a tax from molasses or something like that, like additional tax for hookah tobacco in Germany.
Yes.
Tobacco, yes.
Yes, you have per kilogram, like every year, I think additional €4 or something per kilogram. So every year from now to 2026, the tobacco in Germany gets more expensive. And maybe some people will stop smoking then. It's hard to
We have one
To
of
see
the
in the
highest
future.
prices for hookah tobacco in Czech Republic. So,
Yes.
and it also rises every year, and it will rise again. So we know it. And you didn't have some kind of practice in Germany, like constantly raising the tax.
When I started, it was like
Frozen?
I think 13.90 or 14.90
Yes.
per 200 grams.
90,
Yes,
30.90.
something like that. And then in like 6 years, it only raised up to 17.90, 16.90.
Yeah, and
was the
for
price.
the black leaf starting 21.
Yes, black leaf was 21, something like that.
In the end,
but now,
must have was 26 or 27.
but now you have the huge change from 200 grams for €17 to 25 grams for €4 or something like
And
that. So
I
the
spotted
price
with
doubled.
I spotted it with Blackburn. Right now, 100 gram of Blackburn costs 17 euros, and the 25 gram
It's
costs
five.
5 euros.
Yes.
So to make it to 100, you will pay
20
3
euros.
or 4 euros extra.
Yes,
Yes.
€3 extra.
And with
And normal-
Dark Side and
normal
other
size-
brands, 200 grams, it will be like double.
Yes, it will be about double the price.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can agree that that's the biggest challenge
Yes.
ahead of you.
We will see how many people will stop smoking, but I think the main problem will be that not many people will start.
Yeah.
I think the ones who are smoking right now in Germany,
The younger generation.
the most of the people will continue, but I think
The
there
barrier
are
to
less
start for the
people
young
starting.
generation to start in the hookah branch.
You know,
is
guys,
more
I
difficult.
think that a problem in Germany is that you don't have a proper knowledge base. Yeah, a lot of you does Instagram, YouTube and stuff, but nothing is written. When somebody is new to hookah, they will type to Google how to smoke hookah and everything. But it does not pop up the Instagram stuff, only just the YouTube videos. That's why, for example, I and my colleagues are writing blog sites, even these days when it's even dead. But the people are searching via Google and they will find the information. So maybe they will start smoking hookahs when you provide them with accurate information they can find.
I got your point. Yeah, totally. Maybe that's our next step to improve for the community.
I will help you with the writing.
I think
We
there's-
just take your book and translate it.
It will be translated, and I need
German?
some of other pictures of yours to the next book.
English.
English.
Maybe Moritz can tell us about the other challenge who's in front of us in 2024. There is something more coming for wholesalers.
Track and trace.
It's called track and trace.
Track and trace.
And
So,
it's even more challenging for the wholesalers to.
but I think it's
I think it's more challenging than
Challenge-
25 grams.
In fact, it's checking every part in every
of the
single step of the
sustain-
distribution.
yes
From the raw tobacco
to
molasses.
the selling point.
Yeah.
So we need people to check it. We need technique to make it.
Systems, yes.
It takes time and money and everything, and it all will be put to the customers
Yep.
to pay the
Yes,
price for
and
this.
even right now with the new taxes, the margin is already shrinked very much because with the 25 grams there is no high profit margin for the tobacco.
Okay, guys, let's do baking, making shoes or something like that, because it's not profitable anymore.
We'll see.
I hope. Let's end with some positive things. If you could be prophets, what is the future of our industry and your professions as well?
That is a question we ask ourselves every day, I would say. Because you never know what the law has in the bag. You never know what happens next year. Maybe next year they say 5 grams, I don't know. But yeah, it's hard to say. I hope the hookah community is strong in Germany, also in the future. I hope some brands will survive everything. The strongest brands, like for example Moze, will be surviving it for sure. But yeah, I hope the people will still keep enjoying hookah.
Maybe we will have to focus more on foreign markets. It's hard to say from now.
And also, maybe there's a upcoming problem with the flavored molasses and flavored tobacco.
I say positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, we're looking forward to anything new in the market, anything like Moze, Emotion, Case, Ian, and that kind of products on the German market especially, and also on the international market like Russia.
Yeah.
We hope the best for our community, we hope the best for ourselves, for our hobby.
Guys, you've ended positively. That's the best option we can get here. And I have to thank you, I want to thank you that you came here to Czech Republic and spent great time with us during this interview and after that on meet and greet. I personally want to thank you, Ajloscha, Yannick, Moritz, and your friends to support you. And after this show, let's pump it up, try your spheres, your breezes, your grits, and people here in Czech Republic really want to speak with you and enjoy your time. So be open, let's enjoy this night. And I want again to thank you, our audience, which is here and support us during our shows. And of course, our sponsors, which is Shanti, Kaviar, Loco, and Tio for making this event to be held here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Let's give yourself a decent clap.
Also for you, also for you, also for you. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the night. Díky moc, že jste přišli. Pojďme si to tady užít. Kluci jsou tu jenom pro vás.